let's just review everything. February 17th, Tuesday, we got hint number 9 in the early afternoon Eastern time. Where things stand, this is all stuff from yesterday. We're in stage 2, we know that. Only thing I added here is maybe we're as a team for stage 2. Maybe we're working as a team, and not just in the sense that we're helping each other, but like literally we need to work together, and I'll get to that in a bit. Beast Travel said all this yesterday about the different tabs on there. New thing I just mentioned was that new puzzles were added today, so it appears to be after the original ones were solved. We got new puzzles of each of the rebus, cryptic, geoguessr. And then this just note from yesterday, don't forget about Sudoku. We thought it was important a couple days ago. I don't want to forget about it just because we get new information. If it doesn't contradict this, then I'm just keeping that in the background. So new stuff for today. I said things that seem important that I'm confused about. A loyalty program, Mr. Beast said in this hint. Beast Travel is launching a loyalty program. I don't know what that could mean. When you solve puzzles, we give you puzzles. I don't know if they're literally meaning a loyalty program, but that remains to be seen what they're referring to with that. Another sentence from here, he said, feel good, you're making progress on stage 2. I just said is it important that the grammar's off here? You know, missing the word that. Feel good that you're making progress on stage 2, or even like a dash, a comma, something. It seems intentional that the grammar would be off here. I don't know if this is related to our note from a previous day where stage 0 we said every challenge leads towards a location name somewhere around the world, and the A and the were not actually one of the answers. It was just implied that, you know, to make it a full sentence we had those words. So could be a hint in some way that, you know, maybe this final puzzle has words like that aren't there, but you're kind of implied that they're there with some broken grammar. Other thing I wrote down, Romy the Globe, is he important? Are they important? Romy, I don't actually know if he's a boy or a girl, or what, but Romy the Globe, does his name imply that the 50 locations are unrelated to one another? So just based on the word roam, defining that, traveling aimlessly, unsystematically over a wide area, does that imply that the 50 locations that we have are just aimless or unsystematic or unrelated? I think it's possible. And Romy the Globe was established as a character in the Mr. Beast post on the Salesforce website, specifically calling him out. Yesterday we could see him on here, but now we're actually getting a reference to him, so it seems like he's established in this universe for one reason or another. Other thing that this post mentioned was these 9 puzzles on the site that we were just on, or social posts from Salesforce properties are important for us to solve. Are these 9 specific important because that's the word I'm missing here. Are these 9 specific important? Are these 9 specifically? That's what I want. Can't spell. Are these 9 specifically important because they relate to our next hint, or are they important because they haven't been solved as much as some of the others? So he clearly wants us to solve these 9 of the 50 that he laid out in hint 7, but it's just a question of, does he want us to solve these 9 because these 9 directly lead to our next part of the clue, our next part of the puzzle, or is it that these ones just haven't been solved as much as the others, which is true, and how he's saying, you know, when you solve puzzles, we give you puzzles. So these ones haven't really been solved that much. Maybe he's saying solve these so we can get new puzzles. So that's just things that, like I said, seem important, new today. I'll say new things that seem important that I'm confused about. Maybe some other people have better theories than I do. Predictions. This is all stuff from yesterday. The Beast Travel website may be used in conjunction with our 51 locations. Like I just said, now it's possible the 51 locations are unrelated to one another, calling that the Romy theory. The word Rome, like I said, maybe the locations, we've been looking for these ties between these locations. Maybe there's just no tie between them. Yesterday we also said if you're ready to check in, I thought maybe you could be looking for a hotel. Not as positive on this one, but there have been hotels that have been part of this, so maybe that is important. puzzle cards, I just said keep using Slackbot, earn all milestones, and also check back to when BSpot responses update. That's like kind of the new part here, is just BSpot, if you're putting in there, before it was just telling you, hey, that's a puzzle. Now when you're in there, I'm logged out now, of course, but it will actually give you a new clue. And we have our website, which is, I have the link to it somewhere. We have this website, Slack dump, that someone made, and this is actually giving all these conversations that people have screenshotted, letting you look back at what BSpot said before. You can go back into your Slackbot and see what it's saying now. But anyways, put stuff in there and keep checking as it updates. Yesterday I also said I think stage 3 will involve a location, puzzle solving, as well as Slackbot. Still think that could be true. These 2 gold stars are new theories I have. So the biggest piece of info that we're searching for at this point is the format of the clue. Could it require all 50 characters allotted to us? The final answer allows you to put in up to 50 characters. Maybe each one literally needs to be filled out. The answer must be more than just 1 or 2 simple words. Could be multiple words in a specific order. Like I said, with the Ludwig Wellington clip, if it was just 1 or 2 simple words, someone would have guessed it by now. It's probably got to be multiple words in a specific order. Maybe it's something like this with the what 3 words, where these 3 words lead to a location. Could be something like that, but either way, it's not just going to be some simple word, which this is a theory we've floated around, but I'm now putting it into writing. And then I also just said stage 2 could be needed to be solved as a group. Calling this, I guess I didn't need to have it. Google Docs tell me I did not need to say that, but I'm saying it could be solved as a group. I guess I want to say that it needs to be solved as a group. We think that the Sudoku website may have required a certain number of people to reach the final part, which is the 271829 puzzle case number down here. At first, everyone was getting different ones, and then eventually we all got the same one. So we think that something triggered that. It was a certain number of people had to pull them first. Potentially, it was 1 million of them had to be pulled based on the hint. So I'm thinking that stage 2 could be the same, where just based on these progress updates he's giving us, he's saying, you're making progress on stage 2, you're in it. If someone's reading this for the first time, they're thinking, I'm not in this stage 2. I haven't done anything. How could I be in it? But if we're all doing it as a collective, then it would make sense that even if you're brand new to this puzzle, you're actually part of this right now. My prediction for when this is going to happen has not changed. I'm sticking with a week from today, February 24th. I think stage 2 will bring us to potentially Sunday. Stage 3, I think, will be the final stage. And then I think within 24 hours of stage 3 coming out, it could be solved. Maybe that takes a week to play out and we go all the way to March 3rd. But if stage 3 gives us like the format of the answer, then I think that it'll be solved really quickly. So these are my guesses for now. Added this Slack dump as a community resource. Shout out whoever made this. All the same links that we've been going over here, guys. So if you want any of these, have any questions, let me know. That's it for today. I'll be back as soon as we get another hint, or as soon as we have new theories, new ideas, new clues uncovered. So thanks.